I hope that you enjoyed your time off last week. I hope that you had some time to spend with your family and to do some things that you enjoyed together that maybe wasn't like school related. I know for me and Mr. Bond, we enjoyed our time off. We got to go see some friends, we got to do some activities together. It's getting warmer here in America, although it's been a bit rainy, but it's getting a little bit warmer, so we've been having fun just going outside, going for walks. So it's been pretty fun to just relax this past week. This week for reading, we're going to read a story called Bats Did It First. Actually, the stories that we're going to read this week all are inspired by nature. Did you get to go outside last week? I hope so. I hope that you got to see the pretty amazing and awesome things that nature has for us. Actually, just now, we were looking outside the window. I don't know if we'll see anything now, but just a moment ago, there were two male cardinal birds. They're red in color, two red birds. They were actually playing with each other. I think they were maybe playing tag or something. Maybe it's recess. Oh, nope, they're flying away. No more birds at the moment. Oh well, maybe they'll come back later. But they were just playing with each other. I wonder what ideas we could get from the birds. Have scientists ever gotten ideas from birds? Yeah, think about airplanes. So this week we're going to be thinking about what kind of ideas inspired scientists to design and make new inventions. Today you're going to read about something that scientists noticed about bats. And what they noticed about bats inspired them to make something to help blind people. We're going to read about that today. So, one of the things you're going to do as you read today, Bats Did It First. You're going to read it to see what it's about. But as you read, you're also going to summarize. That's 3 sounds. Summarize. So if you haven't already, why don't you stop the video and pull up the Summarize with Bats Did It First. Go ahead, you can pause the video and pull up the document Summarize with Bats Did It First. Okay, now that you have the document open, we'll look at it together. Summarize with Bats Did It First. When you summarize, you tell the most important ideas and details in a text. Like what's really important. You use important details to help you summarize Bats Did It First. So always when you summarize, you want to find text evidence. That's really just the sentences and the stuff that you read in the text. So how did one scientist come up with the idea for the new cane? Identify important ideas and details and summarize them in your own words. That means you don't say the words that are in the story, you say it in your own way, a little bit different. Okay, so for example, if I was trying to answer the question, how did one scientist come up with the idea for the new cane? Well, I would want to reread where it talked about that. Actually, this story is really nice with its headings. So it has the main title, Bats Did It First, but it also has some smaller headings. So if you see, there's one here, Canes Lead the Way, here, How Bats Get Around. Those headings can help me know what I should read so I don't have to reread the whole thing. So let's see, the question says, how did the cane work? We're answering the question, how did one scientist come up with the idea? Well, I would probably want to read something that has an idea. Oh, okay, here we go. Look on this page. A baddie idea. Do you see that? A baddie idea heading. Okay. So, for this one, maybe it's here. The scientist who invented the new cane took what he learned from observing bats. Okay, this talks about what the scientist found out about bats. He used a similar idea. He started with an ordinary white cane. He wanted the cane to imitate the way bats use sound waves. Okay, so I can reread this to help me answer the question. So after reading only this section, I don't have to read the whole thing, I just have to read this. I can answer the question with the evidence. So I actually give you an example in your passage in the document. I read that one scientist came up with an idea for a new cane. That's what I did read. He watched bats use sound waves to navigate at night. That's like travel. Those details help me summarize. The way bats use sound waves led to the invention of a new one. Okay, now your turn. Now what you have to do is go back and you have to reread just one section. It says reread the section, how the cane works. That section is here. So you only have to read that section. Reread that section only. And then you're going to summarize the important ideas and details about how the new bat-inspired cane works. So as you read just the one section, how does the cane work? That's all you have to think about. So I need to reread first. The handle of the cane sends out signals. The signals bounce off objects in front of the cane. Then an echo bounces back to the cane's handle. The person holding it feels buttons on the handle vibrate or shake. These buttons tell the person how far away and how big the object is. Scientists and inventors study plants and animals all the time. Their observations have led them to invent many useful things. And like many new inventions, the bat-inspired cane is a good example of how great canes can come from nature. Okay, one moment. Sorry, Mrs. Bond had to find the story again. So how the cane works. It seems like I would just have to reread this paragraph only to give me the answer, to explain how the cane works. So how does the cane work? I can use the text to help. I can also use this other text feature, the diagram, to help me explain. I'm going to let you try to practice explaining this on your own, and then you're going to submit it on Class Dojo Portfolio. I want to see how you can actually use this skill all on your own. So now it's your turn to summarize how the cane works.